What is up, my Strong Heart crew? Welcome to another video. I have been messing with the lighting for like 20 minutes on this and my hands still look awkward. There's also a band-aid because I completely smashed my nail. We do not talk about it and we ignore it. Today's painting project is waffles. This is the series Culinary Canvases where I paint on random foods requested by my subscribers and see what I can do with them. This was requested by Jupiter's Dragons, a very loyal fan of mine. Love having you around. This is a much more inspiring shape than what I painted on last episode of this series, which was turnips. So today we're going to be figuring out how we can customize it with paint. We do like to do a little bonus squishy makeover sometimes, just before we get into the painting of the food. I like to make them on theme, and we're painting waffles today, but last time we painted on a waffle squishy. If I was an intelligent specimen, I would have thought of that, but well, of course I didn't. I'm something else entirely. So we're going to be seeing what we can do with just this little kind of waffle cone bottomed custard ice cream something squishy while buying me just a bit of ramble time just before we get into customizing the waffles. Okay, what am I gonna ramble about this time? So I am once again not in my usual recording space. I do have some whirring behind me, which we ignore that entirely. It doesn't exist. There's a lot of things to ignore in my videos. Yay! I know I say this every time, but I am very tired. I'm sorry if I'm talking kind of quietly. It is because it is 2 a.m. and I am trying not to wake other people up. And probably failing miserably. But yeah, I decided to go for kind of just like a little banana, chocolate, vanilla pudding kind of theme on this thing. It was actually really fun to paint it like this. I ended up also going on with a little face and whatnot, and it was kind of refreshing to kind of put a little bit more work in and take my time on a little mini squishy again. I always love doing these, and I do not want to abandon the series of painting squishies that I've done for so long on my channel. One of the first art-related things I ever did on my channel, actually. So when I'm doing the crowd pleaser videos, the culinary canvases, I like to slip these in a little bit just so we can have a little bit of variety, but they never really do take up too much of a chunk of time. There's a little finished squishy. I think it's cute and I love the color palette. Anyway, thank you for sticking around. I like to get a little bit of ramble time in and work on some other things. Let's take a quick look at these waffles here. It is definitely a unique shape, kind of giving me some Minecrafty vibes here with like the little squares. It's like a grid and whatnot, which we can definitely do something with. It's reminding me of quite a lot of things right now, so we definitely have some things to work with here. But first, gesso. Before any of my grand ideas can ensue, we must first gesso everything. This texture, it was really hard to paint on actually, because half of it is nice and toasted and firm and not moving around, the other half of it is just limp completely and like soft and kind of soggy, and it's so hard to paint on. So I am just saving future self some very big issues, and I'm just making a nice layer of gesso and paint and stuff to paint over top of it later and just not have to worry about texture. We've got some albino waffles here, just lovely. So the way that I'm going to be doing this with the waffles is one side's going to be a solid color, and I'm going to do my like pattern and design and whatnot on the other side. So we're going to be focusing on the solid colored backs first. We're going to be doing black on one of them, and I tell you, this is hard to paint on. Seriously. Even with most of the texture issues with this fixed, I will still say there's so many nooks and crannies and crevices and whatnot in these waffles. It is so hard to actually get in there and, like, you turn it at an angle and you're like, oh yeah, I've got it all. And then you turn it at another angle and you're like, nope, I still have a million little tiny nooks and crannies that I have not painted on yet. So that makes it hard and a little bit more time consuming. I did an extra coat on this royal blue one off camera because it was looking a little patchy. On this last one, I'm going to be doing the back like a nice light pastel pink. I cannot get over this color. I could gush about this color all day. Easily my favorite color right here. I'm a pink girly through and through, and I love all the pastel colors, honestly. Always been my favorites. I was dealing with some really bad cramps, specifically while I was painting this one. That makes it a little bit hard, but I was doing my best. Now it's time to get into the main designs on these things. I'm going around the edge a little bit, and then we're going to be focusing on the center. For this one, my idea was a chessboard, because, it's got the little squares and whatnot on it, so I decided go in with some, little black squares, and it can go nice with the white squares, and this one was just really nice and fun to do. I really liked just, the effect that it creates. It looks really trippy, kind of Alice in Wonderland-y, but dang, is this hard to paint it with the tiny little squares. So it is very messy and very imperfect, but we deal with it. We embrace our imperfectness on this channel, and it does not bother us at all. Right? Everyone's okay with it. Kind of makes me want to, use some clay and sculpt some, tiny little, figurines and chess pieces to put on it, but I do not have that kind of time, nor patience, nor talent. On this one's a little bit more out there. I looked at these waffles, and for some reason my thought after Minecraft was Tetris. So we're going to be doing, the little Tetris thingies. We're lining them out. I had to sketch out, which squares I wanted to be the colorful ones. And then I go in with more of that royal blue around the outside of them to make them kind of look like, they're in the middle of the game. There's the dark black, the background, and then there are the little colorful pieces. You see the vision here. I don't know. This one was pretty simple, but it was kind of fun to do. I really like the effect that these create. Working with the little squares, it can make things look pretty cool. But I like this one a lot, and I like the colors that I chose. So, for the pink one, my feelings on the pink one are a little bit mixed. It definitely came out very Care Bear-y because I wanted to do just a little rainbow. I don't know, I really do enjoy painting rainbows. Maybe it was because Mariah Elizabeth raised me. Maybe that's why. But I will say, painting rainbows is just straight up fun. And I usually, like Mariah, the person who basically raised me, I do enjoy doing pastel rainbows, but for some reason I was just feeling a light pink contrasting against a very, very bright rainbow. It is even brighter in person. For some reason the camera dulls it down. It is much brighter than this in person, I swear. But it was actually pretty fun to paint, and I liked going on with a bunch of colors and whatnot, and it just looks nice and appealing. So these are all the finished waffles. It was definitely a very interesting one to work with. This is one of my favorite things that I've had to work with. It was just so inspiring, with all the little squares and whatnot. Thank you for recommending this, Stupiders Dragons. I love you so much. You're amazing. This is all the stuff that I created today, awkwardly propped up on my journals and whatnot. Anyway, please comment on what food you would like to see me paint on next. If I can find peaches, I will paint on peaches. But yeah, I hope you guys are just having a lovely day. Please enjoy your weekend. Please drink water, and remember that you matter and that your impact on the world is more than you can ever imagine. I love you so much. Have a great day. Please comment what other foods you'd want, because my list is growing actively shorter. I love you.